few questions from within the room and then turn it over to the media joining us virtually. Go ahead, Nolan.
Congrats on the win, JJ. I mean, wow, that was crazy. Can you talk to me about that punch and just finishing the fight in absolutely emphatic fashion? 20 seconds.
Yeah, that was really, I envisioned this throughout the whole week, ever since I got here. I envisioned that clothesline landing. So I just brought it into reality.
Yeah, and so that was something that coming into the fight, you were planning on doing? Because it seemed like that. It wasn't a reactionary thing. You waited for your moment and you went for it.
Yeah, so my plan was to go in there, slow him down a little bit. My coach, Janix, he kind of gave me the game plan. He told me, wait for him to slow down. And then as soon as he does it, throw that jab, switch onto that jab, and then throw the clothesline. So it worked perfectly, just as like my coach said it would.
And the last time you were in this building and you fought, you missed weight, you won a split decision. This time, you made it on the scales, you got a 20-second knockout. Was there any small moral victories in that too, just coming in and really having a flawless performance?
Of course, I want to do a big shout out to John Poppy with Lockhart. I hired a nutritionist for this, and I dieted all the way up. I actually got here and I woke up on weight. So that was a big thing for me to show everyone that I'm a professional. And then I came out here and finished the guy in the first 20 seconds. So I hope that everyone knows that I'm here to stay.
Yeah. And talk to me about where you think you go from here. I mean, I'm assuming you're feeling fine. The fight was only 20 seconds. So do you feel like you're going to get a top contender fight out of a performance like that? 7-0 overall, 6-0 in Bellator. You certainly have your case.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just going to see whatever happens. My management team is going to guide me through it correctly. So I leave it all up to them. I don't mind. I'll fight whoever they put in front of me.
Is there any specific names that really interest you, or just pretty much anyone?
I'm down for anyone. Put someone in front of me and let's go.
Cool. Thanks, man.
All right, Donna.
Hey, JJ, congratulations on a stunning victory. I thought that no one was going to beat that knockout from the first fight of the night, and I think you were well able to do that. Talk me through, how you felt when you landed that. What was going through your mind when that punch lands just as you had envisioned it in training beforehand, and everything had just worked out so perfectly?
So as soon as my hand landed, I kind of looked at him. I was like, oh, that landed. And I saw his eyes roll back. And I was like, oh, that worked. And then I just carried on raining because I knew it was going to finish. And I was super stoked. I was proud of that. All my hard work, all my dieting, everything was done correctly. And I was proud of myself to come out and do that.
Bellator have got the one card left this year. It looks like in about 3 weeks. Any chance you try to sneak onto that one, considering, you didn't take any damage at all tonight?
Yeah, I'm perfectly healthy. We'll see what happens. I'm down. I'm down to fight next week.
In terms of travel now, do you go back to New Zealand?
No, currently I live in San Diego and I reside in San Diego.
And do you think you'll get back to New Zealand at all? I know that getting back there is quite difficult right now. You have to do the 2-week quarantine. Do you plan on getting back there, maybe for Christmas or anything?
Not this time because of the coronavirus. If I go back, I have to quarantine in a hotel for 2 weeks, and then I can actually get out and see some people. So I want to wait for the whole coronavirus the pandemic to calm down, so then I can return home without having to quarantine for 2 weeks in a hotel.
Last one from me. You're in or around my age. You're what, 22, 23?
Yes, sir. I'm 23.
How have you managed socially during all of this? I know personally it's been a real hit on my social life. We don't get to go out as much. We don't get to party and stuff. The celebration tonight or when you won back in July isn't going to be like the celebrations usually tend to be. How have you been dealing with living under the quote-unquote new normal?
I'm not really a social guy. I just like to train, and eat, go home, sleep. For me, celebrating is coming out here and fighting, and that's how I celebrate. So for me, it wasn't a big effect. It just kind of changed things up, like having to wear a mask all the time and stuff like that.
Simon?
Hey, JJ, congratulations on the win. I just have this one question here for you. Where does a knockout like that rank on your list of finishes?
That was number one. It was my first knockout ever. I've been trying to knock people out for the past 8 years, and I'm happy I finally got it. Now, my next fight, I'm looking for the same thing.
Keith?
Hey, JJ, it's Keith Schilling from Sherdog. Every week, it seems like we're talking to somebody from that region of the world, Australia, New Zealand. 10 years ago, that wasn't even a thought of. Like, there was nobody from that area that was really crushing it. Now it's like every week. Just talk to me about just the takeover from that region in MMA.
So 10 years ago was kickboxing. You know, in New Zealand, we had amazing kickboxers, you know, like Mark Hunt, Ray Seffor, just to name a few, but we're beating everyone up in kickboxing. And then it took a while for them to transition into mixed martial arts, and it was still quite new there. So now we have an army of people coming through. So it's super exciting to see.
One last question. You had a 20-second knockout. You just said that it ranks, your top finishes. But on the flip side, you didn't get, more cage time. You had to spend 24 hours quarantining in the casino. You put through a camp. You feel a little cheated that it came so easy that you didn't, get to really display, or show more skills, show more ground, show more other stuff, and really get the time in instead of just 20 seconds?
No, everything worked out exactly how I envisioned it. That's exactly how I wanted to go. To get in there, finish him quick, less damage on my body, ready for the next one.
All right, we'll take one or two more. Santiago.
Hi, JJ. Congratulations on a beautiful performance. You told me that the weight cut with George Lockhart went better. What kind of tips did he give you? And do you think you would have made the weight without George?
I definitely would have made the weight without him. But with him, he guided me throughout the whole 2 months and 2-3 months leading up to this fight. And we dieted, and by the time I got here, I was already underweight, and I literally woke up on weight, which was perfect for me. I've never ever woken up on weight. Usually in the morning, I have to cut an extra 2 or 3 pounds. So it was actually, it was really good, and I had a lot of energy throughout the whole camp. So that's why I really like him. I'm going to continue using him.
Do you think it would be a good idea if Bellator would come to New Zealand next year?
Of course, that would be an amazing idea. If we can get Bellator to New Zealand, that would be awesome.
Enjoy the victory, sir.
Thank you.
All right, JJ, thanks for the time. Congrats on the win.